Do you feel like we could have love without hope?
Well, I would say that hope is human. You know, we find it often, the hope in those scenarios has come from other human beings. One thing I'd say in your description of people that live in sort of long-term suffering, inescapable, like being in a war zone, is that something about the human species is that we can have our stress levels rise in the medium or long term, and we basically don't notice. That's our survival instinct. So people that live in what we would find to be awful situations will survive because human beings are incredibly malleable and we adjust very easily. Many other species on Earth do not behave like that. Now that makes total sense when you realize our entire being is to try and find a way to survive. I think you find love in hope. And often you see I've been to lots of war-torn countries like Syria and Iraq and Afghanistan, and those people can be more content than people living in London with good salaries and comforts, because actually those aren't the things that bring us comfort and hope. It's often relationships. And, I don't think any of us believe that Elon Musk, with the most money in the world, is happier than someone with a wife and 2 kids that has a content life, because it's relationships that bring us hope.
Relationships brings a lot of stress as well.
Oh, I don't know about yours. I think hope is also a survival instinct, because otherwise people wouldn't be able to get through the worst moments because they have to believe in their own survival. But this is my central point, that is about why we've existed for thousands of years as a species, because our central motivation is to survive. We survive even when we have miserable lives. My dad was a heroin addict, as I understand it, from being a late teenager, and yet he survived because that is how we exist, to try and maintain our lives. And I dare say, if there were a God, why would he create human beings that want to keep going in abject suffering?
I think hope for me as a Christian is not, it may or may not happen. The Bible talks about hope as something, an assurance. You're hoping for something that will happen. The problem also is, even though I've got through the suffering, what happens to the person who caused the suffering? Where's the justice in it? And I think that's where hope comes in. For the Christian, you're like, okay, I believe in heaven. I believe that Jesus is going to come back and there's going to be a judgment day where everything will be exposed. And I don't need to know it all this side of eternity. I can rest assured that there will be a day where all tears will be wiped, there'll be no more death, there'll be no more sickness, there'll be no more abuse, there'll be no more war. And that's a great hope to have, not because it may or may not happen, but because I'm certain it's going to happen. And that hope pushes you through.